Henry Ford and his impact on the 20th century. So first of all, who was Henry Ford? He was born the 30th of July of 1863 in a rural village at the west of Detroit. Ford came from a very poor and humble family, with 4 siblings. He grew up on a farm as his parents were in the field of agriculture. But from a very young age, Ford had always shown other interests. When he was just around 10 years old, he saw a steam machine for the first time, and he was fascinated by it. He was taught how to turn on and use the motor, and from that moment he knew by instinct that he was born to be an engineer. He started repairing watches and developing his skills, but when his mother died, his dad expected him to take charge of the farm. But Henry hated that job, he didn't want to do it, so in 1879 he left and went to Detroit to work as a machinist apprentice. He officially founded Ford Motor Company in 1903, after prior failures in business but success in constructing cars. Then everything changed with his introduction of the Model T car. It completely revolutionized transportation and American industry. The remarkable birth rate of Model Ts was made possible by the most advanced production technology at the time, the assembly line. Each worker specialized in one task, as the already built components kept on moving. This made the production a lot faster and efficient. Under the new assembly line system, it took 1 hour and 33 minutes to produce a car, allowing Ford to produce 1,000 cars a day. So, how did Ford impact the 20th century economically and socially? Henry Ford's most significant economic impact lies in his revolutionary approach to manufacturing. Through the implementation of the assembly line, as mentioned before, Ford was able to reduce the time and cost required to build cars in a very drastic way. Before this innovation, the production of cars was very slow and labor-intensive, which limited the output and made cars a luxury item for very few. Now the process of building cars was a lot more efficient. This not only made cars more affordable, but also set a new standard for efficiency in manufacturing for other areas of production. This increase in productivity contributed to the overall economic growth of the 20th century, shaping the industrial landscape and making mass production a permanent mindset in the industrial sector. Moreover, Ford's introduction of the Model T led to a profound social transformation. Ford's commitment to affordability meant that a larger segment of the population could now afford to own and operate cars, which brought notable changes in how people lived and interacted. Now, rural areas that used to be isolated from everything experience greater connectivity to urban centers. The Model T made traveling a lot easier, which led to increased migration to cities and fostered urbanization. It also created new employment opportunities because with the ability to move over longer distances, people could explore jobs that weren't necessarily just where they lived in, which contributed to economic dynamism. Therefore, thanks to Ford, cars became a symbol of freedom and independence, influencing decisions about where to live and how to structure daily life, which justifies our lifestyle today. Furthermore, Ford's creative approach to managing the workforce left a lasting impact on social and economic structures. The introduction of the $5 daily wage and the 8-hour workday showed a commitment to employee well-being that was unusual at the time. It not only met their basic needs, but also afforded them a higher standard of living. His progressive mindset influenced how other industries approach employee pay and challenged traditional ideas about the relationship between employer and worker. By shortening the standard workday, Ford not only improved the balance between work and personal life for his employees, but he also set a precedent for reasonable working conditions. His dedication to innovative work practices demonstrated a forward-thinking perspective on the employer-employee relationship, which played a role in shaping social policies, influencing subsequent labor laws and regulations. His approach really influenced how people viewed workers' rights in the 20th century. In conclusion, Henry Ford's impact on the 20th century reshaped both the economic and social landscapes. His contributions extended far beyond what happened in factories. They left an undeniable mark on the 20th century economically and socially. His vision and innovations continue to have an impact, as our economy and society in the 21st century is very much influenced by them.